So again, related to the mains paper, did you attempt all the questions in your mains exams, and or you attempted those questions which you knew perfectly that I can score 100% in that question? So how did you manage time, because there are several questions and you have to manage your time accordingly? So how did you go about it?
Regarding UPSC's GS and optional papers, I have had a very good writing speed. So I've been fortunate enough that both the last two attempts in which I've qualified for the exam, I've completed the whole paper. And it is essential you complete the paper, because even if you feel that this question you know, they are not going to give you more than 60% or 70% of the marks. So you should spend time on solving both the sides of the questions. Give your time both sides of questions. Now what happens is that since we know more of a particular question, we invest more time in that and leaving the less time for the rest of the questions. So that way paper will be left. So what I advise is fix your answer writing strategy. If you are having a fixed answer writing strategy, what it does is it reduces your response time to a question. If you reduce your response time to questions, you can increase the number of questions you attempt.
Very good. So another question is related to the answer paper when you write. Did you go through with a strategy of making bullet points in an answer, or you followed the paragraph writing?
The answer writing was actually a blend of both, paragraph and a point both came. In the initial introduction paragraph, I used to often start with a para. And I used to mention the basic background of the issue and the causes of the issue. Then I went to the main part of the question, and the main part of the question I always brought out in points and clear-cut points indicating pros and the cons of the issue. Then I used to mention in the end government measures and recommendations to tackle the situation. That also was given in points.
So is it important to have a good academic background if you want to prepare for UPSC exam? And do you have to be studious? Let's say you should be a bookworm, reading throughout the day and not spending any time chilling out. Do you think one should have such qualities?
Regarding academics, I feel, sir, that it is not at all necessary to have a very strong academic background. I have seen people with the simple BA background clearing this exam in the first attempt. I have seen people from illustrious institutions giving 4, 5, 6 attempts and not being still able to qualify. So I don't hold the background or academics to be good. What I hold good is the quality of hard work you have given in the examination preparation. And basically in this regard, I would say that focus more on getting the gist of the issue. Just don't read the topic for the reading sake. Get the main point of the issue and move ahead and summarize that issue. But do not in any case write unsubstantiated answers. Do not beat around the bush. Just come straight to the point after the introduction, and the teacher will reward you heavily in that case.
Now, it's a very important question. You have also mentioned your family has supported a lot. So, how important it is that your family's moral support and your family when you're preparing for UPSC exam, because you are going for a long run. You don't know when you'll stop. So, how important it is?
I think family again is a very crucial component. Somewhere down the line, we do realize that more than hard work and the perseveration, it's the blessing and the wishes of the people around you that count. And I have got umpteen amount of blessings and wishes. Plus also the fact that in the initial years, when I was a bit frustrated because I had attempted well the papers and I did not clear into the final list. I did give both the interviews in the first attempts also. They supported me a lot, and they basically kept me on. You will be able to do it one day. Just continue and give it 1 or 2 more attempts. In the third attempt, due to their perseverance, I got the IRS, and in the fourth attempt, I made it list final rank.
So, again a follow-up question. as you know, your father has served in many government posts. So, did your father also inspire you in a way to go with the flow and attempt for the biggest hall in the government post?
I'll
How
tell
did your father inspire you?
I'll tell you an anecdote, and this will basically clear how the inspiration has come from my father. I recall 2009, and I was in the third year of graduation then, and I had given CAT exams, and I was about to pass the next year. So I had given the exam, and after giving the exam, my father really didn't ask me how the exam went. So I was a bit stunned actually, because my father used to really go after and ask me, kaisa gaya exam. But I scored 99.4 percentile in the exam, and I could have joined IIMs also in that case. But a year later that, I was preparing for UPSC, and my father was so very excited about this that instead of me filling the form, he was filling the form. So I could see the reason and the inspiration coming directly from my father, and his exuberance basically motivated me on that this is the stream that is basically ideal for you.
So, did you continuously study for hours, let's say long hours, 6 7 hours, or you took breaks in the middle, let's say 10 15? So, how frequent were those breaks, and what or how much time?
I would not prescribe any fixed strategy for anyone, but what I would say is read till the time you can read it. And as soon as you feel you're exhausted, just take a short nap or a break, go outside, have a walk, come back, and again start the studies. Because it's very difficult for me to give the length of the breaks also, and difficult to give the length of the hours also. But in general, try and increase the span of your study, because you have to attempt mains paper for 3 hours continuously. So you need to have up till that stretch, one sitting go concentration span.
Right. So, one more follow-up question. You have been preparing for UPSC for last 4 years. So, how long did you sleep in the night? Was there any fixed amount of hours, let's say 4 hours, 6 hours, or you sleep only for 2 hours someday? What was the
Basically, after 2012 attempt, I was enrolled in a coaching institute, and I was a teacher also there. So I was juggling through a number of jobs also, and preparing also. And so the pressure was always there on me. So the sleep actually reduced over time, and for the last 2 3 years, I've been just sleeping around 5.5 hours to 6 hours. And basically, that is required because I have to manage a bit of a number of things. But hopefully now I can have a sound sleep in the future.
good? So, what strategy do you think works best for the examination? Self-study, group study, or a joint study? Let's say two people just preparing.
I would say self-study in the first, because you must prepare on your own, you must read the topic on your own. After you have read a topic, I would say a group study, but only when a group has just 2 to 3 members, max 3 members, and all three being dedicated to the cause. Then only you go for a group study. Otherwise, self-study will more than suffice.
So, did you have any backup plan, let's say, because there are fixed attempts in UPSC? So, did you think about any backup plan, let's say, now I have to stop, or I have to go for some another job also if I do not clear UPSC?
After my 2 first attempts, I enrolled myself as a teacher in a coaching institute, so I had one backup. Then, just to increase the number of options, I went for the state civil services exam, and I got the 6th rank in Punjab PCS. So I had a reasonable backup, and in fact that backup gave me support and confidence also, again to attempt for UPSC and to clear the exam in the next case.
So, it's a very vast syllabus, and you have also mentioned. So, are there any additional strategies to memorize the big syllabus you have in UPSC?
Memorization is crucial, but importantly, we must remember memorization of crucial things only. You cannot memorize whole registers, you cannot memorize whole books, you cannot memorize whole textbooks. So remember this fact that whenever you prepare a topic, try and make very short summaries out of it. Note only the things which are crucial to answer. Just don't write the thing because it is looking good in nature, it has good vocabulary, it will not fetch you marks. Write those things which are crucial to explaining a concept. And if you write only those things, it will be easy for you to summarize and memorize also.
And you should have your personal insights and opinion when you are writing an examination in UPSC for that matter. So how important it is, how sound your opinion and your clarity about the topic should be there when you are attempting UPSC.
Again, having an opinion is good, but for the purpose of answer writing, I would say do not allow that opinion to bias your answers. Let both sides of the opinion come in. After both sides of the opinion have been brought out, you take a balanced stand. For example, let me take a controversial issue like the reservations. Say after you have presented both sides of the equation, pros and the cons of reservation, say that most of the population in India is marginalized and they have not been able to receive the fruits of globalization. So reservation is a necessary step, an affirmative step that we must take, but the ultimate aim is to empower them so that they stand on their own. So this is a sort of stand you should take on a controversial topic.
So we have seen when you go for something big, and it's not only to UPSC, I think it may apply to different sort of fields also. When you are aiming something big and it requires your complete attention, sometimes you tend to cut off your social life, you stop talking to people, you dedicate yourself for only one reason. So did this happen in your case also, and what do you suggest for the other students also?
Mine case is a bit peculiar in the sense that in the initial years also I was socially cut off, so my was not a very difficult situation to have. But for most of the aspirants, I would say that it's your choice, and manage your social relations as the way you feel it's necessary, because sometimes you cannot please all. What is most important is your preparation, and I leave it to the aspirants how they want to manage it, but there is no fixed guideline that I would like to give them.
Okay. So when you are preparing, it's a tough schedule. So what was your schedule like? If you can describe a typical day when you are preparing for UPSC exam.
I used to sleep around 12 in the night and used to get up around 6 in the morning. Then I used to take a short walk in the morning, and around 6:30 to 7 I used to complete my orderlies for the day. And after taking a bath, I used to sit in the morning. Fortunately, I had the Punjabi literature as an optional, and as in the literature we have those scriptures being recited in the morning. So it was bhajan also in the morning and preparation also in the morning. So my schedule was both synchronized. So when I used to listen to the bhajans, I used to prepare section 2A of my Punjabi literature. So it's the same. So by around 9:30 I would be free with my scriptures, and I used to have my breakfast then. Then I would take a break for a while, and around 11 I would sit back after the whole house had been cleaned. Then I used to give a sitting from 11 to 2, and after 2 I would basically devote around 1.5 hours for both fruit and my lunch. Then after 3.5 I used to again go for a short nap, and after being a bit refreshed, I used to take up either GS or optionals. Either I could take. I could have taken GS in the